Welcome, Leo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Virgo, second new moon in Virgo solar eclipse reading. That is a mouthful. The second solar eclipse, second new moon in Virgo, is sandwiched in between a lunar eclipse, which occurred earlier this month. This is really focused on the area of your values, your possessions, your stuff. And the overall energy for this reading is the Eight of Wands. So this is telling me perhaps that there's a lot of change, a lot of movement, a lot of opportunities available to you around your possessions, gaining things that will make you comfortable, feel secure, enhance your stability. This is important. It can also relate around issues of your body, self-care, your sense of self-worth and value. So it's as though others are seeing you, even if you are not, or you are not feeling seen, and they are resonating. They're interested in what you have to say and would like to include you in efforts of theirs. The bottom of the deck, the Ace of Wands. Yeah, this feels like an offer of a new position, a new opportunity for abundance, a new location, some new aspect of your experience that you have been preparing for. I don't feel like this is coming out of the blue. I feel like this is a finally kind of experience that you're having with this, finally starting something that is putting you on a track of your values, something that means a great deal to your sense of aesthetic harmony and value. I'm going to pull a crystal oracle, and what turned over is the Libyan gold tektite. There is the beautiful image of the gem, and it reads, its key word is manifestation. I manifest positive outcomes. This is a beautiful energy for the sense of a culmination of something finally arriving that is concrete, but that puts you on a direction that mirrors your passions, your enthusiasm, your great energy, your spark for life. In the 10th house, this is how others see you, your social position. The Chariot is echoing the sense of focusing your energies, but with a very important basis to this, and that basis is self-acceptance. It is as though you are admitting to yourself the things that have worked, the patterns that you now are able to see that block your progress, the habits you have in your interactions with others that don't promote your goals, that interfere with the sense of joy, abundance, equity, harmony that you would like to experience. And this helps you to see that by allowing others to distract you, you are losing the value of those relationships when you don't stand up for yourself. Focus on protecting your own sacred space from which you operate, from which you exercise your gifts, from which you express yourself or do the work that you know only you can do. That has a cascading effect. It not only makes your goals difficult to approach or to accomplish, but it makes your relationships crumble because the core of you does not feel seen or recognized by others. And rather than giving yourself what others cannot, when you allow yourself to be distracted by their demands, you are undermining the very basis on which you can sustain healthy relationships that move towards healthy goals. In the first house, the Two of Cups. Interesting. This is the second time that, at least the second time that this energy has come up for you, Leo. And of course, as many of you know, I always defer to the relationship with self that has been worked on, that has been focused on by you for such a long time. In the context of connecting with others, being open to matching energies with others, being open to understanding that you can establish friendships that can be meaningful, that can reflect a deeper soul connection, that can lead to an ongoing relationship that promotes the work that either or both of you want to do. So this is a beautiful potential here, indicating that you are no doubt magnifying offers and invitations towards you that are excited by your energy, your passion, and your desire to move towards success, your ambition. In the fourth house, this basis of your soul, your family, the Six of Wands shows incredible victory, and this is around your domestic environment specifically. It's also a way in which you are navigating this idea that you are accepting yourself and your own limitations as a way of channeling and focusing on the things that you do well and making those successful. Here you're quantifying your successes in relationships on the daily. You are committed to a team, a group, an effort, a project. It can be a family unit in ways that allow you to pour yourself very responsibly into your tasks or your part of the work. And that excellent capacity, that excellent performance is earning you rewards and recognitions from those you work with and for. So this is really beautiful energy. It's called simply a victory. But it is more than that. It is your practicing how you gain attention positively by being a part of something, not by standing outside of it. And in the seventh house, the house of significant partners, the Justice card. And this is sort of comes to this idea of the Two of Cups, the balance, the healing that comes from connecting externally with another soul. In the Justice card, this is the internal work that you are doing to balance out your experiences, to understand what quality within you leads to the peace that is necessary for you to approach the work that you are doing with others, that you know has the value, that you know resonates with your idea of service and with success, abundance, security. You've done the work and now you're willing to reap the rewards, and that is in a greater understanding of your needs as an individual and how that contributes to the needs of a partnership, a relationship, or a community, a team, a professional organization. So there is a sense of karma that you are resolving, this idea that you have an obligation to do your part in a way that improves you, that supports you, and consequently supports others as well. And that's reflected back to you in your relationships. That's the justice you're looking for. You're looking to invest in a way that you want to receive back. This is huge. This is very, very big. If this reading is resonating with you so far, please like this video. Share this with others if you feel inclined. Subscribing to my channel is an important way that my channel grows. And ultimately, I appreciate whatever way that you support me. So thank you in advance. The Two of Cups is clarified here by the Three of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. We've got a couple of eights, always ambitious. Leos are always looking to be seen, to be ambitious, to lead, to direct, and you're willing to work your way into that. You see all relationships, including the relationship you have with your passion, with your gift, as one that requires eternal work, that requires fulfillment, improvement, development. And this is something you do as part of setting up relationships and opportunities for you to work with others equitably. This is the destruction of an idea that there is someone at the top, you or someone else, dispensing the benefits that cascade down towards you. And depending how close you are to the top or the bottom determines what you get. You're rejecting that model. You're understanding that everybody has to come and bring what they can to the table. And then together they're all working with greater clarity of mind. And this is, again, part of your understanding of what you do, the investment you make in yourself, in your dreams, in your potential success, in order to receive that back from others. Your idea of relationships has reshaped quite dramatically. In the fourth house, the Four of Wands is clarified by the King of Cups and the Seven of Cups. There's just so much maturity now in the same situation where I see many of you socializing a bit, dating, getting to know people, making friends, putting yourself out there, enjoying your great gift of sociability. The King of Cups is mirroring that you have learned so much from another time in your life where you knew this to be one of your skill sets, right? Partying, being the life of the party, socializing, making others feel good in a lot of settings. But now you receive offers as a result of the work that you do, the way you show up with and for others, and you're assessing those opportunities in a very different way than you have before. In the past, you might have measured up what someone brings materially to the table in a way that could perhaps fill in the gaps in your own life. And now you're understanding that the way you are working with others towards a goal can include any of these rewards and more, maybe not all of them. You're no longer interested in the side perks of an effort you make or relationships you invest in. You understand that the goal of that is fulfillment, is wholeness, is joy, is being of a place of productivity you can stand by. And now you no longer are distracted by the superficial attributes that don't necessarily correspond with the person making the offer. So you're looking deeper than the surface. You're understanding the quantity, abundance, or the value of characteristics and contribution that is deeper than the surface look, the monetary situation, the economic status, the kind of car someone drives, the where they live, the neighborhood, the house they own, or whatever modicum of measure often enters into our evaluation of relationships that are worthy of us and that we want to find worth within. So you have really changed. You're understanding much more deeply the cost of all of those exchanges. And you really understand that one of your greatest strengths is not just the outside external glamour that many of you possess, but it is this sense of vulnerability, this openness to taking a risk on something that you believe in. And the level of belief and trust and faith in yourself is very different now than it would have been in the past. When you were making similar sorts of evaluations and assessments of relationships or offers, I believe. So you've come to another level. In the seventh house, the Justice card is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles and the Lovers. This is so interesting. This is very much a love reading in some ways, because I see here in your seventh house, specifically around justice, you are establishing your independence. You are growing your own garden. You're recognizing that you on your own have immense value. And part of the way you exercise this freedom is by pursuing your own interests, following through on your own investments in yourself, making determinations or decisions about what is right for you because you can. There's no one interfering or offering you an evaluation outside of your own experience. So the Nine of Pentacles is often called the Bachelor card, but that absolutely is not true, because here we see that you are making a choice. You're making a choice not to have relationship or not, but the kind of person you want to be within a relationship has changed immensely. And now you're choosing something that's going to have long-term value for you, something that you can grow with, something that can grow with you. And this is lovely. This may indicate that a relationship that is perhaps a solid friendship is you're considering deepening that with another. But ultimately, I do feel that you're centering the power of any partnership around what you can accomplish together. In the 10th house, the Chariot is clarified by the High Priestess and the Nine of Cups. Quite lovely. So yes, your intuition is supremely sharp and focused. And part of the focus that you're choosing is away from the request for assistance that you know is extra. So there are a lot of times that the help that you offer others is help that they could be giving themselves. You're not the only person who could remedy the situation, but it has become a habit. You're somebody who others have counted on. I'm not talking about parenthood, because that's a very unique situation. Your parents, your children must rely on you. That is the nature of how human beings grow. However, you're really intuitively sapping into those relationships or those connections to others in your community, in the world, that simply know that you are a capable person and are asking you to do something that is not in your best interest, but in theirs. You're very clear and you've sussed this out at this stage. But I do feel that in reining back your energies and channeling them into things that are important to you, you've come to realize that you are reclaiming a power that you've always had. This is about reclaiming your own inner wisdom, not allowing yourself to be directed by those who don't have your best interest at heart, who are all too happy to use the gifts and talents that you have for their own ends. At this point, you hold this wisdom within you. You don't have to share this with everyone because it isn't for everyone. Everyone wouldn't understand. But it can go against the common wisdom of others. But you've really built up this sense of independent liberation in such a way that you know that your own process of determining what is best for you, how best to focus on your own, not only abundance, but fulfillment, is something you understand. This is a beautiful practice that you are perfecting, and it only makes you incredibly more attractive to all of your relationships. Setting boundaries is good for everyone. And this is something that you're learning is important for your own sake. And I'm going to finish up this reading with a seed and sickle card, and the thistle popped out, and I'm going to take that face up. Number 37 reduces to a number 10, which reduces to a number 1. So this feels to me like it's about strength, focus, vision. We'll see. I'm going to read from the guidebook. 37. Something is holding you back from making progress. Like abundant thistles on the path of your journey, waiting to be a spine in your foot, complications are frustrating, but sometimes ultimately unavoidable. You can't move forward while you're bottling up anger and aggravation. Bottling, whatever the source, find it and confront it. The process of removing the thorn may be difficult and painful, but if you're going to make any progress at all, it will only come after you've faced your problems. Thank you so much, Leo. If you enjoyed this content, there's more content here for you to check out. Thank you for your likes and subscribes, and until next time, namaste.